Hey you guys, it's me Gemstone. I hope you're doing well. This reading is for Capricorn, and the cards I'm using is the Voyager Tarot deck, and I have trimmed down my one. So if you look at the images and you like them and you like how they look, and then you decide you want to buy your own, do know that the borders are not going to look exactly like this because I did take down the sides. But that's easy to do. You know, it doesn't take long. It's not really complicated. But I just wanted to tell you guys, just in case you're like, oh, it looks cool, but then you realize, like, this deck has been altered. So, okay. So, let's see what is showing up for Capricorn next week. Okay, Capricorn, your card is change the Eight of Wands. Purity, yeah, that card came back. Somebody else had that card. Two of Wands. And Master, which is Sage of the Worlds. So, some of you guys have been working towards change for the longest time. And it's like it finally pays off. You've been trying to do something like over and over and over again. Either you've been applying for a whole bunch of jobs, you've been sending out your CVs to loads of different places, and it's like now you finally get a response. Or it could be that you've been practicing something, perfecting your skills, perfecting your craft by doing something repeatedly, and you've become better and better and better at it. And then it's like now it finally starts to pay off, or now you feel ready to maybe move to the next step or the next stage of things. Your Purity card is almost like seeing the prize, but you don't have it in your hands yet. Like it's still on its way, but you know that everything you've been doing up until this point is beneficial to what you're trying to do. The Master card, the Sage of Worlds, is like saying you may be there may be wisdom that somebody has for you. You may be the wise one yourself. It's like over time you've become more experienced. You're more knowledgeable than you were. You're more knowledgeable because you took the time out to learn, to practice, to perfect your craft, to be a master at what you're doing. So I kind of feel like you are going to know that what information you have to give or what experience you have, it comes with a certain cost, you know. So I feel like you're not gonna sell yourself short. It's like you know what your worth is, you know what your time is worth, you know how much effort you've put in, and so it's almost like you feel like, you know, you would be cheating yourself if you didn't maybe ask for a price that you felt was fair for your services or for your talent, for your gift when you're using it for others. So the Sage of Wands, because it can represent a court card, it can represent a person that is also a earth sign like yourself. So it could represent a person that is a you know, Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo. But I feel like there's Virgo energy in your reading anyway. If this person isn't a Virgo, you have Virgo energy going on with you, Capricorn. In that you are wanting to perfect something. Like you're being very meticulous with what you're doing. It's like you're not prepared to, you want to make sure it's perfect almost, like whatever you're creating, whatever you're doing, and you don't care how long it takes, how much effort it takes, how much time it takes. It's like you won't be satisfied until the results are exactly the way you want it to be. So if you are doing anything that requires that kind of time and attention, I feel like you're just going to be willing to spend that time. Like, you just don't have any problem with it. But at the same time, it's good because, again, it makes you a master at what you're doing. You know, you're not just some kind of apprentice, which this card can be sort of representing a person that is an apprentice, that is learning, is maybe they're not necessarily starting from scratch, but they're practicing and doing, and that's why you can create the changes through your own efforts. It didn't come easy, it didn't happen overnight. It's like you truly had to work for it, but then it's like you're finally there and you're finally able to claim sort of your rightful position of saying, okay, I finally have it. So this could be a case of, this could be a student, this could be somebody learning under somebody else, and then it's like you're finally ready to kind of go it alone. You know, you finally qualify for this profession. So yes, underneath you have the Child of Cups, which is the feeler card, the Child of Cups. That's your shadow card, and it's just representing that sense of fulfillment that you're gonna get from learning. That's what I get from you. It's like it was a joy for you to learn and to develop and grow, and you was prepared to learn everything you needed to know to feel confident in yourself, to feel confident in what you were doing. And so it's not a case of you find it to be this horrible experience. It's like you really embraced it as something that is fun for you. And so I kind of feel like this has got to do with something that you really feel is of an interest to you. It stimulates you sort of mentally, and so it's able to give you that sense of feeling like, okay, this is valuable, because that's what it is with Capricorn. It's like you have to feel like your presence and what you're doing is of a value, you know. And this is what you're getting, or what the sense I'm getting from your cards is that something this week is going to give you that sense of value, and because of that, it makes you feel just, you know, this sort of childlike happiness of this feeling of like, yes, this is good. Also, because this Child of Cups could represent like a page kind of energy, could be a message that you receive that makes you feel good as well. Maybe this message again is this confirmation that yes, you've mastered what you've been doing all this time, what your energy has been going towards. So yes, peace and many blessings to you, Capricorn. I'll be seeing you. Bye.